Radiant team ban.
Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome back to the final game of this best of 3. Of course, in just a little bit we will have Turbo and who else is it?
10 seconds remaining.
I know the other guy's name and I feel bad for not.
You feel bad?
MRP that's
MRP,
it.
of course.
Yeah, bringing you swag up against Spartan 5. That's not our. That's only the second best of 3 tonight, so we won't be covering that, but we're happy to turn the cast over to them. And I believe we will be back tomorrow with Battlezone versus Ants. Of course, it won't be me because I'm going to be busy, but it'll be somebody else from Truesight TV, so we get everybody through the rotation here. Anyways, I'm SPF5, joined by Rupture. It's match point here. One of these teams goes home, and one of them is going to be moving on through the qualifiers to hopefully participate in the Dota 2 Canada Cup. Season number 5 here. It is season 5, right?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Let me just make sure. Anyways, moving on. Rupture, why don't you take us into the draft a bit?
Alright, so let's see. What do we have between Battlezone and Luccini Land Center? For game 3, so Quick Zeus.
5 seconds.
This might sound crazy, but I think it's going to be an Evo Zeus. Why? I don't know, I just have this feeling. Quick ban onto the Bad Rider and the Shaker, again from Battlezone, which I'm kind of surprised about the Earthshaker ban overall. It's like, it's one of Cinderella's stronger heroes by far, and you're banning it? Huh.
I
Maybe
think they're
it's
afraid of one of these teams. Maybe something from a scrim.
Yeah. Could be Axel. I do remember Axel had a really decent Shaker as well, but I don't know if that's ban worthy. So on the side of Luccini, actually, they're gonna ban that Troll Warlord. So they're gonna give that amount of respect to Evo. And again, the Vengeful Spirit gonna be banned, so Radix is gonna be a little bit limited on his hero pool. Sorry, his hero pool. However, they're gonna pick a Lion. It could go for Axel or Angelmon. Actually, it feels like an Angelmon kind of hero, and Zol probably with a Queen of Pain. Unless they're gonna line up Christian on that and do an offline Queen of Pain, which it's here and there. You know, I haven't had a really like strong ties on behalf or against, you know, that role into the Queen of Pain. What do you think about that?
I feel like she needs mid, but that's because I'm a very old school Queen of Pain player. And by old school, I mean so old that I consider Ag's Rush to be a perfectly fine build. I know I'm wrong. Go ahead. Blah, blah, blah.
I mean, if you snowball pretty hard, I think Axe Rush is still viable. I mean, the 40-second cooldown is just so ridiculous. If anything, you can just blow up lines of creeps with a single, spell, and you will be farming like a madman. Yeah. In the worst case scenario, in the best case scenario, you're able to destroy people left, right, and center.
It used to be better for farming creeps before it was pure damage because it actually did a lot more damage to creeps since creeps aren't affected by pure or magic damage. But I really feel like she's a very strong hero this patch. I think she's underrated by most of the Dota community because she not only has a lot of magic damage and a lot of lockdown that she generally is going to build, she has really good right click.
Yes. Even though I think on the pro scene she's not that underrated. I think it's a little bit more underrated onto the I would say the regular or the from the amateur to the regular teams. I think as a community in general, like particularly on pubs, I think that's the place where she gets underrated, and even to some degree she does get a lot of play still. But yeah, she hasn't been exploited as hard as it used to.
Yeah. They will ban out Evo's Spectre, which I find
solid. Yeah,
smart. Sniper will get picked up though. But Queen of Pain can do fine against Sniper, I think. It's not like a, oh, well, they have Sniper, we lost, boys.
It's actually a fight that I think that Queen of Pain actually has a little bit of an advantage, to be honest. Because Sniper
Yeah.
cannot deal when he has Shadow Strike on him, because his movement speed is going to be impaired. Therefore, Queen of Pain is able to cut the distance, and on top of that, I mean, she does have pretty good burst damage with the Scream of Pain and the right clicks on top of that. And even then, if things get too dicey, just blink away.
Yeah, of course. And that long range blink is going to help out a lot. They will have Zeus though. I'd be interested to see if they pick up the Night Stalker. This is something Not Today ran the other night. I don't know if you got to see that game Saturday night, Rupture, for the Summit, but it was the first time I've seen this strat, and I think EG pulled it out the night before them, I heard. But it was basically, we have map pack with Night Stalker, we have free D wards with Zeus. Your map is not safe. Oh wait, by the way, we have a Zeus ult, so if we see you, we can kill you. Why is the overlay wrong? Grunt. No.
Let me check.
No. Wrong one.
Oh
my goodness.
God.
Yeah.
Revo versus overlays, and overlays are winning 4-on-1.
There we go. Once again, really sorry about that.
Okay. Oh, okay. It wasn't like wrong overlay, like you were screwing up. It's just like
I mean, it was just.
Yeah, you picked the wrong one. Okay.
Yeah. Shameless self-promotion there.
Damn you.
Anyways, Skyrath's now coming up from B Zone, and Skyrath Zeus, kind of a throwback to, I don't know, late fall last year when we were seeing like Skyrath Zeus Elder Titan. The like, we want Zeus to do as much damage as possible kind of build.
Faceless Void.
Yeah, with the Ancient Seal plus pretty much
wait.
damage.
Time out. Okay. The
What
classic
do you
combo
do?
Faceless Void Skyrath Mage. I know, guys. Let's pick Faceless Void. Not exactly, because then he silences you and kills you in your own chrono if you don't catch him. Or he just forces you to leave your chrono, basically.
Well,
He's gonna evict you.
here's the deal, though. This is a really good lineup to chrono into, outside of that silence. Because you have 3 squishy range heroes that you want to cut that distance into. And, I mean, if we have learned anything from... Oh my god. Anything from, you know, pretty much most of the professional matches on a Skyrath mage is like, he doesn't really build into armor as much, and he has a real small hit point pool, so Featherboy can just, like, 2-shot him with a Mask of Madness and just a couple of lucky bashes in a chrono. Sniper is no different. Zeus is not different. I mean, the thing is, like, as a Fatal Boy, the only thing that you actually need to worry about is just keep them in the chrono. You know, try to not screw up the chrono. Pretty much that's what it comes down to. And on top of that, you're setting up for really, really good sonic waves.
Yeah.
Really good ones, and of course arrows as well. So,
Although you don't really want to
like
use chrono to set up arrows if you can help it.
I mean, I'm not saying that you should, but
you can.
It could happen afterwards, you know, as a follow-up situation, you know? Like, he's gonna chrono, try to set up a kill for a Queen of Pain, and all of a sudden Miran is like, oh, nice, easy free arrow, you know? It's like, I mean, you're not gonna do it as your main reason, but it doesn't mean it's not gonna happen. On top of that, a Moonlight Shadow could set up for really, really good chronos as well, because they're not gonna see a Faceless Void. So, honestly, I really like this. I really, really do.
Oh,
and
a quick
of that,
stat
of
from
course,
Nahaz here. We have Sniper actually crushes Quap head to head, 36 to 25.
Damn. Interesting. Oh,
yeah.
And even Wraith King. What do you think about that pick?
Well, it definitely lives through the burst, which is a big deal. Legion picks up for Battlezone. I'm very confused here. I don't really like Legion as a hero.
Oh, screw you.
I know.
She is an independent woman who doesn't need no man.
She don't need no Revo.
You know.
She don't care.
I see what this is all about with Battlezone. You're setting up kills with a duel from Mayhawk into, you know, Scaramage ultis, and you have a crap ton of magical burst damage. Problem is, as soon as BKBs are entering the equation, this lineup falls off pretty bad. Like, really, really, really bad. So, I mean, it makes sense. It's just that, well, you're kind of all in on this strategy. And if you don't have a really, really good laning stage and early game as well, you're SOL.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what it comes down to. I mean, Luccini, it's pretty straightforward. Just focus on team fights with Chrono and weather the storm. Multiple storms, actually. But, yeah, I mean, it makes a lot of sense on paper. It's just like, are you able to execute it up to the task? By the way, shout out to Red October, who is that for us, and of course, I'm Rupture. This is Revo. We're from Truesight TV, and we're bringing you the coverage of this best of 3. Just if you came up late there.
Yeah, if you just got here, it's Battlezone up against Luccini. Battlezone dominated game number 1. Luccini dominated game number 2. And now we will see in the deciding match who's going to take it onward in the qualifiers. For one of these teams, it is the end of the road. Let's go ahead and introduce the teams on the side of Battlezone. We're not going to introduce the teams just yet. Just kidding. We have a Shrapnel coming out. And an arrow will connect on Zendrils, but Excel, he's already so low. Day will secure first blood. Zendrils, the big ogre, he's still standing here, 20 HP, and he'll make it back to the lane. A salve already used for Faceless Void, and they're going to be picking up a bounty rune here. Nobody has even gone for the bot bounty rune. And Radix, he'll get nailed by an arrow right in the rear end. He's learned nothing. Skyrath, you got a big vocabulary, but you don't know what those words mean, buddy. So you can't even use them. Anyways, let's get the introductions underway for real now. On the Queen of Pain, we're going to have Luccini's Cristiano. We'll have Soul on the Faceless Void, headed off toward the bot lane. Axel will actually be on your Wraith King this time around. And Genichiro will be on the Mirana with Angelomon on the Lion. I can't figure out how to say that one right. And, oh, poor Ogre. He might just be dead.
He is definitely dead.
He'll buy some more time, but he is going to fall. Yeah. And it looks like it's going to split off into... Okay, the same lanes I was thinking it was originally.
Yeah. Anyway, from the Battlezone side of things, we're going to have Day on the Zeus. Mihawk is actually having freeform on the bottom lane, so life's good for him. At the same time... On the top lane, we're going to have Radix with the Chicken Man himself, the Scarlet Mage, the speech, the politician, you could say, of Dota 2. And Ogre Magi is going to be at the hands of Cinderellas. Try to be a little bit cheeky sitting down here, maybe waiting for a courier sniper, you know, something along those lines. And, of course, on the top lane, the one and only, the myth, the legend, the Evil Man himself.
Yeah. So, in terms of lineup rupture, who are you favoring?
Right now, I would say Battlezone has a really good early game, and again, the laning stage should be... They should be stomping. I mean, if they're able to do the proper execution, they should be just winning the lanes outright, because you have too much burst damage. You have really good starting stats, especially like, for example, Ogre Magi with, you know, a huge regen on top of 6 armor. In good nukage power. I mean, what's there not to love about this? As well as, you know, you have a lot of burst damage coming from the Scarlet Mage, if he's able to, you know, get some experience. Axel actually is going to get slowed down on top. 1, 2, well-placed Sharpnels, actually. Zendrils with the stun.
Oh, and he will fall.
Yeah.
Yeah, Zendrils getting that kill. And he's got quite a good chunk of base damage. I mean, 61 base damage is early on a support is pretty decent.
Oh, wow, that was close on Soul.
Bot lane? Yep, okay. And actually, he will bring down the Lion, and almost bring down Soul as well, as Rupture was mentioning, who doesn't have any points in backtrack just yet, but has picked up an Orb of Venom, and 2 more salves, 1 for him, 1 for Lion.
Yeah, the Faceless Void wasn't necessarily low on this bottom lane, and he ate up an overwhelming odds. And Mihawk was just charging head first into him.
You could say Mihawk was overwhelming him?
Yes. That was
Cristiano, though, on the mid lane.
No, that's a really good pun. Yeah,
dropping quick. It was easy. Come on. Can't give me too much for that one.
You know, the Lion tried to zone him off with the Earth Spike, and all of a sudden it's like, well, I don't have any mana, and Mihawk still has the movement speed bonus, so why not just beat into him? And that's pretty much what happened. Now this is a really smart smoke coming from Battlezone, but there's no Christian's actually there, but he's just being extra cautious, especially because he saw Day with a haze rune, so he's not gonna risk it yet. He's jockeying for a position here, but no, they're actually.
They're gonna go all the way around.
Do that a long way around.
I think Zindles is still looking for a courier snipe, but the courier is flying now, so Zindles will have a bit of trouble catching up to it. There will be a Zeus Bolt coming off a slow from Skywrath Mage, but that's all he's got to bring to the table. Zindles walking under the tower and just being like, well, nobody here, guys.
Excel.
Back to the lane. An arrow gonna whiff. It literally split Zindles and Radix there. But they're gonna be okay. They're gonna make it out of here. Bit of an awkward movement, though.
Bottom lane, though. Angelamon and Zol. Mihawk is actually dealing a lot of damage, all things considered.
Okay, I do have to apologize.
Die, though.
I meant to say Angelamon during the draft. Yeah, Mihawk is down, I believe. No stun, though, from Wraith King. The movement speed from Overwhelming Odds will actually bail him. I mean, he's not going to get a rune, but... Oh, well. At least you got your life.
He actually botched a little bit of that, because he had a regen rune bottled up, and he was about to pop it on a really good timing, but he got hit by Soul immediately before cutting, the distance. Therefore, his regen rune didn't do much, and still he managed to get out of there. But even if he manages to get the distance with a regen rune as well, he could have actually re-engaged into this. But, again, it's not gonna happen. However, speaking of re-engages...
And Soul gonna drop like a rock. As Angelamon will fall as well. Mihawk, now 5 kills in a row for them at this point. As they will pick that one up.
And also, Evo gets a kill himself as well on the Mirror.
Yeah. Which, that's gonna put him very close to a Mask of Madness. Only 900 gold away this early on. And... that'll give him that burst move speed he needs to possibly dodge that Chronosphere and just take dominance this game, which is just what you want Sniper to do. Like we were talking about in between the games with Nahaz and somebody else in the chat, it's just that, okay, Sniper falls off. Sure, if he's even, but he has such good ability early game that right after that he just snowballs, and then he doesn't fall off.
Yeah. I mean, he eventually will, but by that time he's probably 6-slotted, so... yeah. I mean... well, it falls up when the enemy carries 6-slotted. I think that would be the better way to say it.
Especially if Sniper's not 6-slotted as well.
Yeah, which is kind of rare, to be honest.
But, I mean, if you're behind a Sniper, you probably misplayed somewhere, or you're just not as good. And now, a duel coming out on Soul... they don't have Mystic Flare to secure it, but they should be able to secure it anyway. Maybe not. One more right click would do the job. Backtrack is not even leveled.
Oh, wow. Okay,
yeah.
What the oh,
and he has no stats.
What's the shield?
It had to be the shield. They will get it with the ulti from Zeus. Sniper taking down Lion up
He's
top.
actually going top as well.
And they've got him. He did.
Are they playing this Mirana as a safe lane? Because if they are, I don't agree with this at all.
I have no idea.
I mean, it's Genchiro, so Genchiro is usually your safe lane carry here, but again, Overmind is just getting a pick off behind the tower of Wraith King.
It has to be, because otherwise, Wraith King or Lion is your core, and they haven't gotten the memo, because Wraith King has a smoke, Lion doesn't even have boots.
Yeah.
And second of all, those don't make sense.
I think that's what is really losing Luccini. Is making them lose on the Luccini side, because if anything, you should be getting Genchiro into a Wraith King and just let the Mirana be, start roaming around and such. Because honestly, Mirana as a safe lane carry is just so freaking bad.
If she doesn't snowball.
I mean...
I'll be honest, if you play it with a Bane or a Shadow Demon and you get lots of early kills, it's great.
Yeah, but you're not gonna be on the safe lane in order to do that. You will be roaming a lot, which in that case you might as well go middle like Sing Sing does,
Not the way me and Blap2 play it, but okay.
Yeah, but I mean, the thing is, like, you're not gonna be on your lane right-clicking creeps, pretty much.
Yeah.
The ideal scenario is you're gonna be around with a phase boots and bottle and just try to get as many kills as possible.
Ooh. And in professional Dota right now in the patch, there's a 95% win expectancy that has above a 5k lead by 10 minutes. Unless things change pretty quickly, Battlezone will have a 7.5k lead.
Yeah, here's the deal,
minute
though.
Mark, or more.
Here's the X factor. This is one of those lineups that actually, if they're not able to, you know, win or wrap the game in the under 20 minutes, it's just gonna flip on his head. However,
and there's another win. I'll be honest, this last game and this game are shaping up to be not so close. The first game was like nail-bitingly close. Then I don't know what happened, but I mean, hey, there's still chance. There is still chance for comeback. Battlezone just have to play very on their toes.
Luccini, you mean?
No, Battlezone. Because if they slip up and give away this gold lead, they will be in big trouble.
They're donzos. They're donzos.
Luccini can play this high-risk, high-reward kind of game right now, which isn't really that much of a risk because you're already losing.
Well, I mean, so far they're doing alright. They're getting a lot of kills here, but again, if
no chrono, they'll get him. But a duel coming out, they'll actually get Mihawk. Not quite. Mihawk will get the kill, not the duel win. Now Excel is going to go down. They will get a kill on Mihawk as well, but Sniper coming out. Yeah, he's going to be able to secure that as well. So. Wow.
Still a better trade for Luccini just because they're so behind.
Yeah, you still gain 130 gold, and it was a 3-for-2 trade. I mean, it's not great, but it's something.
It's getting there. They cannot slip up like this, and you're totally right about this. I mean, Battlezone, they're on the driver's seat, but they kind of have to. And here's the deal also, I mean, as soon as
they get a kill from the Queen of Pain. 7 HP creep, or an illusion clears her up. Well played there from the Zeus.
But that's a lot of money coming for the Queen of Pain. I mean, 1,000 gold and 500 1,000 experience and 500 gold.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Shit. Yeah. Those illusions are pretty OP, man.
But
pretty OP.
Here's the problem with Queen of Pain. This is a hero that really likes to be ahead. A hero that most would say needs to be ahead.
Yeah, but at the same time,
has brown boots and an old talisman.
She's trading off 1-on-1 versus a Zeus with a lineup that is ahead. I think it's
okay. Zeus has a Midas, and mana boots.
They're trying to
just kind of close the door.
Spread the life expectancy of their snowball, pretty much. They're trying to say, okay, we might not win on that 20-minute mark by sheer amount of kills and just roll over them, so we need some backup here. Therefore, he's gonna go for a Midas.
Yeah.
Just try to rush maybe an Aghanims, try to rush the big impact items.
All 5 are smoked. They're gonna look for it. Queen of Pain breaking the smoke first. Void up on the high ground. There is going to be a stun onto the Queen of Pain. Shrapnel as well, just to get some vision. They are going to ulti. Chronosphere on 4! I couldn't believe it for a second, but it won't make much of a difference. Soul will drop anyway. Can they kill off Day in time? It looks like they can't. They lose 2 with a nearly a beautiful chrono. Like, it shouldn't have been able to hit that many. But unfortunately, for some reason, he was on the low ground, and everyone else was on the high ground. And I mean, Void can do a lot of things in Chrono, but
I think the main issue with that team fight overall is the fact that the Sonic Wave wasn't cooldown. If he manages to drop a Sonic Wave on that, that's just a different team fight all unto itself.
10k gold lead, 12 minutes in.
They're not messing around. They're not messing around. But again, it's one of those, like, I mean, this...
Make that 12k, yeah.
I'm kind of surprised, actually, that this Zeus is so tanky. Or they just, you know... 12? Oh, God.
Yeah, he's not even really building stats. It's just the magic wand and the fact that he's already level 9.
Probably with just actually a lack of damage coming from Luccini. And Luccini needs just to stabilize and probably get a level 6 onto his Wraith King, which still is not happening. Queen of Pain needs probably level 11 as soon as possible and finish up her threats at the very least. Thing is, Queen of Pain is really good to do damage without many items. It's like, I just jump into my whole combo and that's about it. It's kind of like Lena to some degree. The Lion, Tranquils, maybe a good idea. I think that the biggest issue here is Soul is so underfarmed. So underfarmed.
And they will now pick him off again.
And there goes a dual win. Finally. For
yeah, that's the second one this game, but the Zeus ult will actually help finish off Lion, and I'm not one to give up on a game. If you've ever played with me in a pub, you'll know this, because I'm like, ladies and gentlemen, it is defense of the ancients. It is not defense of the tier 2 towers. Only I'll say it in a ragey voice because I'm really mad at teammates. But this game is not looking good at all, in any way. You look at items for your Radiant team, Mirana has a Ring of Aquila, and that's the biggest item on the board.
Yeah.
The support Wraith King has completed boots.
Here's the deal, they just need, damn.
Wow. And counting.
And counting. Here's the deal. Oh, Axel, don't die to neutrals, please, will ya? Okay, he's not. They're actually gonna make Christian Bale out of here. They just are so desperate for space. I mean, here's the deal for Luccini. They're so desperate space that they... I mean, that's pretty much what they need to be doing. This kind of creep cutting techniques and such. And just try to, you know, distract Battlezone. Because again, as soon as you're able to get a couple ultimates online, particularly Lions and Wraith Kings, which finally happened, some basic items, honestly, the lineup of Luccini can do a lot of work with just skills. You know, with just mana. Just, you know, Finger of Death, Sonic Wave, Scream of Pain. And again, the lineup of Battlezone, even though they're so ahead, it's not a pretty resilient lineup. I mean, Radix is pretty easy to kill here.
The only upside they have, really, is that Sniper is great at high ground defense. And this team is not great at taking it. Right now...
Oh, Angel, you're so dead. Here is the problem, though. Evo is getting ridiculously fat.
Ridiculously. He had this Sanj and Yasha 12 minutes. That is... There's a Midas on Quap. I don't agree with it either. I was just like...
No. Fuck no. That's that part of my French, but fuck no.
That's... Okay, this is a comeback Midas. A second-hand comeback Midas. Like, you go to Goodwill and they're like, what's this? These are diapers. Why am I buying them at Goodwill? We'll practically give it to you for free now, because they're useless.
I mean, if he was on the Wraith King, I would make a case for this. You know, it's like, well, it is a Wraith King, and you do need some extra money on your pockets. But as a Queen of Pain, you need that you desperately need the stats. You need the early game items, because otherwise there is no really good way to tackle this. Because again, he was just sitting behind, in front of a tier 2 tower, just battling away with Bloodlust, mind you, and Mask of Madness. So he's probably gonna attack really. He's just packing a ridiculous punch for a match that is almost on the 70-minute mark. Yeah. Here's the deal. I mean, look at what Battlezone lineup has on items and pretty much levels.
And try to find what Luccini has.
Then you're gonna be scared. It's like, oh god, how do I even... Oh, me.
No. Yeah, that was basically a 3 or 4 hit duel.
Yeah.
Ouch.
I mean, granted, it was 3 or 4 hits for me, one not for Mihawk, because Mihawk doesn't have that much damage, to be honest. He's a little bit tanky, but that's about it.
Okay, they need
the push is kind of lackluster also.
Okay. The double comeback Midas. I guess it's in style. I don't know why. But go for a chrono. Do something. You can't even get there, can you? Angelemon is gonna go down. Void is just like hovering around the base. Like, well, guys, I mean, if he caught all 5 in a chrono...
They know they don't have the damage. Even if he jumps and pops a Chrono, it's like, well, what are you gonna do with it? Not much.
Oh, here we go. Chrono on 4, actually, but Mihawk's outside. They will get a Sonic Wave off on 3 or 4 there. They'll take down 2 on the Queen of Pain. Somebody else falls. They at least have some buybacks, which is a miracle at this point. Ewo still has an Aegis, though, and he'll take even more down. Beyond Godlike now. He's got 11 kills, and he's 500 gold from a Scotty. 18 minutes into this game.
Yeah, but he's gonna give a lot of money to Luccini if he dies, and
all the money bags. Crop getting 815 for sure. Sitting on 1700, and just finished treads as well.
He got 1200 gold.
Holy crap!
And that
the
was
whole
like
team got 2700 gold just for that one kill.
And they're double band. There is also a Midas onto the Mirana, which...
I mean...
Yes, I mean, if you're gonna go that route, might as well just go balls deep into it, I guess.
This is working better than when I'm like,
Team Dagon. 12, 13? What?
Yeah, the net worth graph is actually swinging, but is it enough? That's yet to be seen.
Here's the deal, though. Now Battlezone is on a timer. Either they push, or this game is just gonna slip from their fingers. Straight up.
Okay, first of all, they're already upper X.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and put that out there. Creeps in the mid lane are worth less.
They farm with this lineup, though. It's like, oh, well, Zeus can farm alrightish, but Skyrim Mage is not gonna get a lot of items anytime soon. Mihawk is... eh. And, you know, the Ogre Maya is kind of mediocre at best, you know, farming lane creeps, let alone jungle. So... Battlezone needs to be pressuring teamfights. That's pretty much what it comes down to. However, in teamfights they do pretty well because, well, they do have a crap ton of a lead in gold and experience, so they should be sitting pretty. But if they're not doing teamfights or ganks, this game is gonna go Luccini's way. I'm calling it right out of the gate, man. I mean, it's like, well, you have a crap ton of Midas, your late game is by far superior. Even though there is a Legion Commander, but she's not snowballing as hard as, you know, as you would like to, because everyone else is the one who's doing the snowball. Therefore, I mean, again, it's a Mihawk. Oh, nice arrow to people, but that's not.
It can't do anything, yeah.
Yeah, he's just like poking on him, and he also
has. That's a 20-minute Scotty.
Yeah.
After
I mean,
Sansa
he was looking terrifying, but that's the thing. It's just Ewo. The rest of them. I mean, they do have really good on the teamfight side of things, but again, it's like, well, if you're not pushing or doing teamfights, you're gonna fall off. However, they're doing the right thing now. They're pushing top now, and Luccini kinda didn't capitalize on, you know, try to make split push happen and, you know, try to distract them, delay him as they did previously on the top lane, cutting creep waves and all that stuff. So, on that regard, they're gonna probably give up the tier 2 on top. Now, this high ground defense on top is gonna be...
critical.
Critical, yeah.
Yeah.
If they win this...
A good Chrono here will make or break the game at this point.
Yeah. If they survive this high ground defense without...
Walks right into an arrow, half his HP is gone.
Told you.
That's a pretty big deal right now.
Tanky.
And Sniper takes down Wraith King. I mean, ho ho ha ha, Shrapnel, we won. I mean, that's... whatever. You know?
I mean, it's a support Wraith King, but at the same time, you really, really want that level 11. Good thing is, like, at least his cooldown didn't pop off on that, so he's gonna have an ultimate for the next high ground defense, but he desperately needs that level 11. Now, if they're able to defend this high ground, either bottom lane or top lane, without too many casualties and getting like 2 or 3 kills on the Battlezone heroes, they're just gonna be climbing this back. They will be able to just pretty much climb back again into this. But this is again versus a really stack out Ewo 22-minute mark. I mean, he's almost 5 slaughter at this stage.
Second highest GPM by 25 minutes. 6.83 per play. And keep in mind, we're only at 22 minutes. His gold per minute is rising.
Yeah. So pretty much his Skilly will win team fight.
Okay, actually his gold per minute is slightly dropping.
Oh, good all day.
Okay, they do purge it off though. This is the other problem. It's like cool. Okay, overwhelming odds. Excel jumping in. He's got the ult. No chrono yet. Oh, the silence from Skywrath and Faces will fall. No buyback available. Wraith King gets back up, but none of his buddies are here anymore.
Okay, this is the other side of the coin when you just pretty much screw up your initiation on both fronts.
Yeah, of course.
And he was just pretty much gonna bulldoze the rest of the base. Yeah.
And good game, well played. Luccini, they're not going to be continuing on here, but Battlezone, they'll be going on to the round of 8 of our qualifiers. Of course, that's not all tonight, though, ladies and gentlemen. In just a few minutes, the stream will go down. Do not picnic, do not panic, no Rito, please. We'll have swag up against Spartan 5 with MRP Dota and Turbo. And, of course, tomorrow evening, we'll have, I believe, Plague will be casting tomorrow. I don't know exactly. But we'll have somebody from Truesight TV. Plague, Reinessa, Rupture. Not me, actually. Or possibly Archaea, although I believe he said he had a date or something. That woman's man, him. We'll be covering Ints up against Ace soon. Right over here. Of course, if you enjoyed the cast tonight, if you didn't, any feedback, please check out Truesight TV on Twitter, Truesight TV on Twitch, Truesight TV on Facebook. Search for Truesight TV on YouTube. If you like my casting, if you hate my casting, I'm at SB Revolution 5. That's SB Revolution 5 on Twitch and Twitter. SB Revolution 5 Dota on Facebook. Rupture here. It's Rupture with a 3 instead of an E at the end on Twitter.
And on Facebook, Rupture Dota.
Yep. And he's also over on Hitbox. And Rupture, where are you going to be casting the Butterfly Cup tonight? Just as a shameless plug here.
Just about now.
Okay.
I'm going to be casting on my Hitbox channel, which is pretty much the same as my Twitter handle. Hitbox.tv/Rupture with a 3 instead of an E. It's gonna be let me check here. Well, we do have a game lining up like literally now, so probably other guys on the Truesight TV might be able to cover some of that. And yeah, we'll be covering the second phase of the Butterfly Cup tonight, tomorrow as well, and of course in tandem with the Canada Cup matches. So we're gonna try to juggle through this. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much about that. So.
And of course, big shout out to Red October Dota, whose Dota crashed here before he was able to put up the GG well played stat. I don't remember that. Anyways, thank you guys for watching, and we'll be switching over the stream right about now.